Hello and welcome. I'm Kathy with Kathy Steele Fitness. Today I have a strength workout full body. So go ahead and grab some weights if you have them and we'll go ahead and get started. Just with a little bit of a dynamic warm up before we go into our weights. I'm just going to start with a hip opener. I'm going to take a couple steps in between. As some of you might know, I'm on vacation in my sister's basement. We've done this before in the past. So there's no music. We're just going to take a workout through. So we've got something going on. I'm going to take that hip from the back to the front. Good. Again, if this isn't the right speed for you, please take that speed and adjust it for your body. Perfect. Take these legs out in front, these legs, about one leg at a time, and then flex that foot. Again, lifting that leg as high as comfortable, keeping that chest lifted, abs are tight, shoulders are down. Great job. How's everybody doing today? Good? Hope so. Excellent. Go a couple more here. And let's take those feet underneath us. Give us a little squat. Doesn't have to be super deep. We're just warming up. Keep that chest tall, shoulders down. We're putting the weight into the heels. We'll continue to do that as we move through the workout. Abs are tight. So if you can see, I can kind of move my toes, right? If you haven't been with me before, we talk about using a dirty toilet seat. You don't want to sit on the seat, but you also don't want to pee on your feet, right? So those booties are sticking back there. We're squeezing those glutes as we come to the top. Let's go 4 more. Good. All right, let's do a little tap out here. Swing those arms, get that upper body involved a little bit. Bring those arms across the chest. Excellent. Try to bring it across that midline. Again, core stays tight. Abs are always engaged throughout our whole workout. Lift it up and over, working on range of motion of that shoulder girdle. Beautiful. If this isn't comfortable for your body, obviously make an adjustment here. Great. Let's go for a squeeze back. You can add a hammy in there if you want to. That feels good. Big squeeze through that shoulder girdle. Great job. Excellent. Let's do some knees. Those knees up. Warming up those hip flexors. Arms can do whatever you want to do. If you want to push, right? Whatever feels good. Good. I'm going to reach for somebody's head and knock them out on my thigh. Not a kickboxing workout, but helps you engage that core just a little bit more. Good. Let's go 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Take those feet out a little bit wider. Let's work on just a sumo squat or a plie squat. Those knees are going to follow those toes out. Chest stays tall. Excellent. So this one, if we were doing it between a plate of glass, we wouldn't want our nose to touch, but we also wouldn't want our backside to touch. So we're staying up nice and tall. And I want you to drop forward. Good. Let's go 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go ahead and try to touch my hand to my toe. Now, if that balance is a little bit challenged, you can anchor that back foot behind you and not lift it off the ground. Right? That's an option. Good. Modification there. Again, if it's comfortable for you, woo! We're all going to fall sometimes, right? But core tight. Soften that standing leg. Beautiful. A couple more. All right. Now, obviously, if you did a little bit of cardio before you did this, that would be all right too. Excellent. Let's take those feet out wide. We could do a big old march or a fast feet here. Engage, engage, shoulders down. Great job. Excellent. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to start with a row, bent over row. So let's go ahead and grab those weights. Nice flat back. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Knees are soft. We're going to row. Big squeeze through the shoulder blade. Exhale as you come up. You can choose a weight that's somewhat challenging for you here. We're going to do a little bit of endurance work today, a little bit longer. Right? You can also lift heavy, or we're going with less reps and a higher weight. Not today. That's not our goal today. Okay, let's go 4 more. Beautiful. Excellent. So we're in a good place to do a deadlift. So we're going to soften those knees. Nice flat back. Think about sliding those weights down the leg and up. Keep the core engaged the entire time. Squeeze the glutes as you come to the top. Excellent. So from the side, My butt leans back a little bit, my knees stay soft. You don't need to lock them out, right? And then as we come up, we're squeezing our glutes. Abs are going to be engaged that entire ride to support that low back. Your flexibility is going to determine how far you go. So kind of play around with that a little bit, see what feels good. It shouldn't be uncomfortable to go down. Again, abs and tight are super important. I'm going to say that like a million times on our deadlifts. Good. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. I'm going to pick up 1 heavy dumbbell. You can keep the dumbbells in your hands. Come on, Kat. You can keep them in your hands or on your shoulder. I'm going to grab a heavy one, bring it in, take that wide stance we talked about for our plie squat or a sumo squat. Down and up, squeezing those glutes as we come to the top. Shoulders are going to stay over hips. Tell me what's engaged? Core. Yep, core is engaged the entire time. Great job. Big squeeze. Excellent. Kind of weird without music. I feel like I should be singing. Just going to talk, I guess. Great. A couple more. Let's go 4. I'm going to keep this heavy dumbbell and go into a tricep exercise. I'm going to go over head extensions. So thumbs are going to go towards you, arms up and over, elbows in, down and up. Excellent. We're going to exhale as we come up. Now, if this is uncomfortable, maybe there's a rotator cuff issue, you can grab a lighter dumbbell. Keep going. If you're doing your extensions, keep going and go into a tricep kickback. We will also do these together a little bit later, but that's a great exercise option if this isn't comfortable. Good. Lifting. Good, good, good. Keep it going. Elbows in nice and close. If you live somewhere cold, think about your arms as earmuffs. Right, they're going to stay nice and controlled, close to that head. Excellent. Couple more. And we'll rest. Excellent. You might be able to keep that heavy dumbbell. I'm going to go for a mid. I'm going to do a side lunge with an overhead press, and we'll talk about this as we go. Lunging side. You have the option to tap. You have the option to balance. And then you can do either one of those with a press overhead. Think about sitting back into those glutes as you step out. Again, if this doesn't work for you, you could also take out that overhead press or turn it into a frontal raise. Maybe take your time. Do you have to go the same speed as me? No. Good. 4 more. Exhale as you lift. Tighten up. That's it. That's it. How we feeling? And rest. Good. Other side. So we're going to step over. Arm switch. Again, your options, maybe a tap, maybe a balance, and then you have the option to push or not push with either one of those. Good. Sit into the heel, push that booty back. Great job. We got this. Good. Lift. Love it. Keep it going. Good. Last 2. Reverse fly for the back. So maybe a little bit lighter. We don't want to swing on this. So go ahead and grab them pair. Soften the knees. Nice flat back. Squeeze. Think about lifting, leading with the elbows, but squeezing. Keep going. Squeezing those shoulder blades together behind you. From the front, it looks like this. I want to be careful. I want you to be careful that it doesn't turn to this type of emotion. Nah. If you want, you could sit on the chair, right? You could sit and come this way with it, right? That's fine too, or from that stand. Beautiful. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Standing up tall, bicep curl. I'm going to add a little fun with our bicep today. So one or both arms. You could alternate if you want to. And then I'm just going to pick up a foot. There, good job. Do you have to try the balance? No. Could you hot potato the foot? Absolutely. Right? So feel whatever feels good for your body. Maybe this is one of your first workouts, or you're coming back after a while, or you have an injury, balance feels like it's a little too much, don't do it. Or maybe balance isn't just great, so then maybe play with it a little bit. Good, 4 more. Good job. Awesome. I'm gonna hold those weights in my hand and go into a calf raise. So I'm pressing as high as I can onto the balls of my feet, squeezing my glutes. Shoulders are down, abs are tight. Think about your shoulders, your hips, and your ankle in alignment. So we don't want to thrust those hips forward. If you have something that you could go onto, right, that's fine. You're like, what? So my sister has a little step here, right? You could go onto that if the balance is okay, or if you need to hold on to something, that's okay. Or you can use the weights and use a full range of motion, dropping a little bit below that platform to go up. Let's go 4 more. Great job. Yes. Good. And 1 more and rest. Awesome. Let's scoot this out of the way. I'm going to go back into my bent over rows. So if you want to, go ahead and grab the weights we started with, or maybe that was a little too easy. You're going to go up. If you need some water, go ahead and grab it. Nice flat back. So we are going to do, like I said, a full body workout. We're going to go through and strengthen everything. Abs are tight, shoulders are down, away from the ears, so squeezing those shoulder blades together behind you. Body is nice and controlled. Back is flat. Head is an elongation of your spine. We will do multiple exercises for every body part, right? However, we may not do all of them the same each time we go through. You might see a set of exercises that look different. Be like, how come we didn't do blah again? Still getting those muscles. Excellent. Let's go 4 more. Perfect. For my second set of deadlifts, I'm going to go single leg. So you have 2 options. Placing 1 foot behind you. You could go up and down, kind of like in our warm-up. If balance is an issue, you can get a single leg deadlift here, but without the risk of falling. If you would like to, you can challenge that balance and lift that back leg. Everybody's keeping our core tight, everybody's keeping our back flat, and we're all squeezing our butts as we come to the top. We have 4 more. Good. 2 more. Yep. Excellent. Now, remember what you did, okay? So if you did do 1 leg, make sure you're going to switch the next time. We're going to do a hammer curls, a little out of order, 1 or both. Again, if you balanced the last time, maybe you want to add a balance this time to the other side. One side you might be a little bit more wiggly wormy. One side you might have to tap down and put that foot down. That's okay. Listen to your body. Great job. Good. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Woo! See? 4 more. 3. Good. And I'm going to do my deadlifts on my other side. If you're doing both legs, again, you're just getting another set. Down and up. Remember that foot can anchor. Abs are tight. Back is flat. Shoulders are down. Squeezing through the glute as you come up. If it's available to you, you can let that back leg float up. Again, balance challenge here, right? Single leg. All good. Squeeze and lift. Great job. Perfect. Good. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Awesome. Setting those weights down. Grabbing water if you need to. I'm going to go into a squat this time instead of my plie or my sumo. Weights are up to you what you want to do here, right? You can hold here. You could have 1 on each side. That's fine. So chest is going to stay up. Feet are a little closer together. Back up a little bit so you can see me. There you go. Think about the knees going over the toes. So we don't want to let the legs come in or out. Keep moving. Yeah. What are we squeezing? Your booty. That's right. Good. Sit back. Stand tall. Shoulders down. Exhale as you lift. Yes. Good. Find that spot. The toes should be able to move kind of freely in the front of those shoes. Beautiful. 4 more. Yes. Excellent. I'm going to go triceps again, this time extensions overhead. If you're in, you're in. If not, you can do your kickbacks. If you did a single arm before, you can do the other arm this time. You're doing both arms, awesome. Nothing is wrong, right? We're figuring out what is working best for our body today. Exhale as you lift. Good, elbows in. Beautiful. Lift and lower. That's awesome. Good job, guys. Keep those elbows in. Even if you're a beginner, you could do these weights, or do these weights. Yeah, do these weights. Do these exercises without any weights, right? Just to get the range of motion, practice on that form. One more, please. Good. Nice job. One more, and rest. Excellent. Let's go side lunge with a press. Again, if the press isn't available, a frontal raise is fine. My weight's a little heavy for a frontal raise, so my frontal raise would look like that. Up to the shoulder, back down with a soft elbow. And step to one side. Doesn't matter what side you do, we'll do both sides. So lunge down. Remember that tap or that balance. Push or not overhead, up to you. Think about going deep though. Sit back into that heel. Push your booty back. Sit down. You got to get down to get up, y'all. Let's do it. Up, good. Amazing. Keep going. We got 4 more. Good. Yes. Almost there. Last one. Let's switch sides. Yes. Gotta put my watch back on. All right, here we go. Again, same thing, right? Tap, balance, push, whatever feels good. Sit back into that heel. Rise up, rise up. Yes. You're amazing. You got this. You can do hard things. They're easier when we do them together. Say it all the time. It's totally true. Good. All my classes back in Fresno. I miss you guys. I'll be back next week. Wednesday will be my first class back in person. Good. One more. And rest. Awesome. Let's go reverse fly. Remember that guy? Right? Go ahead and grab weights. You could also do a band with this if you have bands. Abs are tight, nice flat back. Squeeze. Exhale, lift. Big squeeze. Through those shoulders. If I gave you $100, keep going, and I told you to put it on your spine, you could squeeze it with those shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Good, yes. Exhale up. Perfect. Great job. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Abs are tight. I say it over and over and over. One more. And rest. Grab water if you need to. We're going to go into calf raises and grab a little heavier weights for this one this time. All right. Again, you can use a step or a weight or a bench, anything you have, if that's available for you. Lifting and lowering. Grab water anytime you need to. So I'm going to keep reminding you over and over and over. And the reason is because strength training, just like yoga or Pilates, is a mind-body exercise. If you're not reminding your body, it's going to forget. It's going to do the easiest way, which is usually not great form, right? Press as high as you can. Drive those balls of those feet into the floor. Lift those heels. What are we squeezing? Glutes. Abs. What's relaxed? Shoulders, right? Over and over and over again. Good. Lift and lift. Let's go 4 more. Good. And rest. Go ahead and sit down. All right. Water again if you need to. We are going to come to the floor and we're going to do push-ups. If you don't like push-ups on the floor, you can do them against a wall or a bench if that's available for you a little higher up. And then let's talk about our push-up position. We can go onto our knees if that's more comfortable. I still want you to come full range of motion, right? So nobody's going to be here. And again, make those modifications. If it's standing, that's okay too. Otherwise, you can come up to those toes and lift and lower. All right, exhale as you come up. How are we doing? We good? All the way up, all the way down. What I don't want you to do is to have that butt come up, right? So if you're here, We're in line with that spine. Let's go 2 more. If you're here, you're in line with the spine. And rest. Good. Go ahead and come up. How are we doing? We good? All right. Let's go ahead and do another set of rows. Last set of rows for today. Water if you need it. Nice flat back. Row and release. Good. Exhale as you lift. Big squeeze. What tummy is in? What tummy is in? Your tummy's in. Everybody's tummy's in. Big squeeze through those shoulders. Exhale as you lift. Knees are soft. Good job. You're doing amazing. Yes. Go, go, go. Get up, keep it up. Got 4 more. Yep. And release. All right, so deadlift. I'm going to do a deadlift again. We did both legs earlier. We did a set with single legs, and I'm going back to both. Play with this a little bit. Good. Nice and tall. As you come up, squeeze those glutes. Abs stay nice and engaged, keeping that spine and that low back protected. Knees are soft, shoulders down. Great job. Exhale up and lift. Good. You guys, you got this. You're almost there. Big squeeze. Nice, easy. I don't want to say easy. Nice, quick workout today. Full body strength. You can do it anywhere. If you don't have weights, you can use water jugs. I don't know, jugs of kitty litter, cans of soup, soda, whatever you get. 1 more. And rest. Great job. So go ahead and set those down. I'm going to pick up my heavy again. And I am going to do a squat, but I'm going to play with my squat this time. So I'm going to step out and in, out, in. Good. If you don't like the modification going side to side, you could stay wide. Right? You don't have to come in. Good. Keep that chest lifted, shoulders down. Good. Amazing. You got this. Down and up. Good. 4 more. Yep. Kind of keeping a softened leg, keeping those quads and those glutes engaged. Rest. Awesome job. Okay, so triceps. I'm going to do kickbacks this time. You could do one or both arms at the same time. If you love extensions and you want to go back to extensions for this last set, go ahead and do it. Elbows up. Lift and lower. Also, if this feels like it's a little much, you could support yourself. And like I said, do one arm. We're not swinging, right? We're in control. Lift and lower. Exhale. Good. Yes. Beautiful. Control. So for the last 4, I'm going to rotate my palms up and up. I just hit my mic, sorry. Up. Again and up. Excellent job. Go ahead and rest. I'm going to do a bicep curl with an alternating lunge. So pick up a weight that's appropriate for that. If the lunges aren't comfortable for your body, you don't have to do them. You could just do a bicep. So 1 foot, opposite arm, forward and back. Good. I'm pushing off that front heel. Again, upper body stays tall. Exhaling as I push back. Good. Yep. Tall, tall, tall. Abs engaged. Beautiful. No side lunges this time. A little different. Good. Whoop. Got stuck on the curb. How you doing? We good? All right, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. I'm going to switch weights to a lighter one. My shoulders are going to be frontal raises this time. So weights in front. Lift and lower. Good. Up to the shoulder, back down. Elbows are soft. If it's easier, you could go shorter arms or lighter weights. Grow lighter weights. Go lighter weights. There it is. Good. Excellent. Hopefully you're getting some bit of a workout here, feeling a little sweaty, maybe. Nice and sweaty here. Super humid compared to what I'm used to, but much cooler. Yep. Good. Exhale, lift. Props to my sister. What's up, Christy? Let me use her basement to record. They have a super fun basement. Us California people, not a lot of basements. Not where you can have like full workout stuff. This is amazing. I wish this was my basement. Good, good. 4 more, y'all. We got this. Come on. Yep. Good. 1 more. And rest. Awesome. We're going to come down to the floor and we're going to do a set of flies. If you have a bench, I'll bring this one out. I'll lay on it. You can do this on the floor. You can do it on a step. You could do it on, we have a little chest at home that I use. So whatever feels good for your body. I'm going to go ahead and sit. Hold on, let me move this back a little bit so you can see me. Grab water if you need to. Come all the way down. So realistically, or not realistically, but importantly, I want that low back to stay on the mat. So if you want to do that with the feet on the floor, you can. With the knees at 90, or you could crisscross. I like to do it at 90 of the hip and of the knee, because then I'm engaging my abs, keeping that low back pushed onto the floor. Totally up to you. So weights are going to go over the chest, and we're going to open and close. Inhale down, exhale up. Challenge yourself here. Right? So if it's too easy, grab something heavier if you have something available to you. Beautiful. I know I have some ladies in a couple of my classes that really love to add a little core work here, lowering one leg at a time. That's fine. Make sure you keep that low back pushed into the floor. Totally up to you there. Exhale as you come to the top. Good. How we doing? We're good. We got this. You're almost there, guys. Almost there. Did you hear my guys? My Wisconsin coming through. All right, let's go 4 more. Yep. And I am gonna actually add a skull crusher for the triceps, just because we're down here, and why not? So one or both weights up. We're gonna bend the elbows towards the head. Again, if you wanted to, you could drop one of those weights down. What's important? Got something in my mouth. Like part of the weight came off. So elbows are in close, right? Our abs are nice and tight. That low back is pushed into that step. Don't forget. That's huge. Because we want to keep that low back protected, but we also want to engage that core and use it through the whole workout. Let's go 4 more. Great job. Last 2. Elbows in. If you're tired, rest. 1 more. Great. I'm going to bring them in and sit up. Woo, I'm going to fall right off. Your step's a little shorter than mine. All right. Moving this out of the way, I'm going to go into some core work in a plank position. If you would like to do, there it is. If you'd like to do this against the wall, you totally can. So plank, we can go knees and hands, toes and hands, elbows and toes, or elbows and knees, right? So whatever you'd like to use. Let's hold. Booty is squeezed, abs are tight, and we're just going to hold. Now, if you could do plank forever, for days and days and days, you could add hand, hand, elbow, elbow, switching sides. You could add a knee or a jack, right? Whatever we do, though, we don't want the butt to float up, right? So if this is your jack, I'd rather have you hold your plank, or hold that glute low and go side to side, right? Or here. But we don't want to lift that booty up. Keep it low. How we doing? Yay! All right, hold. You're amazing. You got this. Almost there. Good. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Sit back into extended child's pose. Hang out for a second. Great job. All right, let's shift the weight forward and then find plank. I'm going to go from plank to my down dog. Plank. Now, if you are on a yoga mat or you have the ability to go into bare feet and you want to, that's fine. We don't need shoes for any of this. If you are in modified, you could drop to knees, back to down dog, right? Plank, down dog. Driving back through those heels. They're not going to touch. Push those butts up to the sky. Good. One more. Excellent. Plank. Drop those knees. Sit back to extended child's pose. So I'm going to do, if you've done classes with me before, there's a good chance that you've done our single leg down dog to our plank. Again, there's plenty of modifications. You can hold plank. You could give me a crunch if you want to. You could go down dog to plank again. You do not have to do single legs, right? If you choose to do single legs, I'm going to do 6 on each side. We'll make it simple. If you want to do some more, you can. Pause the video, do a couple more. So I'm going to go into down dog. I'm going to lift my leg up. Hopefully I'm in here. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to drive my knee to center, lowering those glutes. Inhale, exhale, drive. Good. Inhale, exhale, drive. Let's go 3 more. Lift and pull. Good. 2 more. Lift. Yes. Uno más. Good. I'm going to switch right over to the other side. If you need a break, take a break. Foot up and in. Good. Lift. Drive those hips forward. Keep those glutes down. In. 2 more. Almost there, guys. We got this. Whoop. Kick the bench. Foot sliding. Yay! All right, drop it down. Sit back and extend. Now, again, this is a quick, like 30-ish minute workout. So if you want more of that, you can repeat all of those things again. Same thing with any of the strength exercises. If you need a little bit more, pause the video, add another set, or go back maybe back to the beginning and do it again. Kind of the nice part. I'm going to step 1 foot forward. I'm going to press my hip flexor towards the mat and lift my upper body. Now, this is a pretty basic stretch here. We're trying to get the hip flexor and the quad of that leg. You can progress this anywhere you want to. So if you wanted to, you could lift the back. So the hand of the knee that's forward, you could reach back and grab that foot and get a little bit more quad. You could come up and lift both, right? So whatever you're feeling like you need, play with it a little bit. You could also try and be like, ooh, that's too much, or oh, that feels good, or that doesn't, and then find something that does, or try each spot. Perfect. Let's switch sides. So bring that foot back. Let's step the other foot forward. Again, thinking about pressing that hip flexor, so the front of that back hip towards the mat. It's not going to touch. And then here too, you can progress. So if you want to rotate and open, if you want lift back or reach back and grab, right? Or if you want to come up tall, or to up tall, really it's your choice, which is awesome. Yay. You did awesome today. I'm super proud of you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Good. I'm going to step my foot forward. So I'll go do it to the side, I suppose. Knees can soften. If your belly can rest on your thighs, that's fine. Head can relax forward. If you want to try to straighten those legs, you can. Right? You're letting that flexibility determine how far you go. So it doesn't have to be here. Maybe it's here, right? And you're just kind of hanging out. Maybe it's here. All right, let's soften those knees, abs in nice and tight. Slowly round up. Take your time. Get into the top. Shoulder roll up, back and down. Good. Let's take one arm across, grab above that elbow, drop that shoulder down away from the ear. And then I'm going to take that elbow up and back, stretch the triceps. Great. I hope you have an exciting day today planned. And if not, if it's a regular day, I hope you have a good day. Right? It's okay. It's all right. Here it's a Friday. And hereby I mean this is going to be up forever. So maybe the next time you do it, it's a Tuesday. Maybe you're doing it on a Friday. Who knows? All right, let's take those hands behind. If you can lace the fingers, go ahead and do so if you want to grab onto them. Or if you can't reach, you can put a towel in between. Open and lift that chest. Good. Beautiful. Big breath. Fill those lungs. Excellent job. And then let's take those arms up overhead. I'm going to lace the fingers. I'm going to hollow through that tummy, press through that upper back. Rounding that back a little bit. And then lift. Beautiful. And release. Good. Inhale up one more time. And exhale. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Kathy with Kathy Steele Fitness. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day.